Folks, I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show, the voice of rural America. Now, big money, big money, okay? President Trump said this morning in a tweet that the swamp was worse than we imagined. We just did not know the extent of it. It's a flat-out sewer. Okay? It's a sewer. Now, the media is not reporting this, so let's put up what's this guy's name? Glen Simpson. Okay? Let's put him up again. Now, this guy is going to plead the fifth. Now, all they have in Russia, this is how they do. Remember Brian Pagliano pleaded the fifth, right? Brian Pagliano. Remember all the Hillary crooked operatives pleaded the fifth. Remember that? They all plead the fifth, every one of them. This is one of these low-level pieces of garbage that is going to plead the fifth. Now, Donald Jr. it's a private, but he is going to talk to the committee today. Manafort's going to talk. Sessions is they're going to talk. They're going to come and they're going to testify, all right? Now, will there be a time they plead the fifth? I don't know. But this piece of garbage, because we have to spend 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not only that, talking about it, the enormous amount of wasted tax dollars to divert you away from the real issues that are taking place in this country. So this guy up here, let's go in the Wayback Machine. Let's find out who he is. This is Friday, August 28th in 2015. Planned Parenthood hires former lobbyist for sheik who burned American flag during wartime. When Planned Parenthood, now let me tell you something, the evil Planned Parenthood. Let's not get, I'm not having, this is not a show about abortion today. It's not. Okay, I'm not getting into you believe this and you believe that and everybody believes something. Okay, I'm not getting into that. All I ever tell you is I do not want my tax money, and you probably do not, it's called the Hyde Amendment. I don't want my tax money going in any way to pay for the abortion. Okay, I don't want it. Not my tax money. Now the Supreme Court has settled it as the law of the land. We can get upset, but they have. But the difference is I don't have to pay for it. And this angers me, and it's big business. And we need to defund Planned Parenthood, period. If you are confused on what I feel we need to totally defund Planned Parenthood. Now, when Planned Parenthood announced on Thursday that a new report cast doubts on a series of embarrassing uncovered videos about trafficking in human organs, the mainstream media reported it uncritically. A few outlets even referred to the firm that conducted the analysis, Fusion GPS. Remember Fusion GPS? We won't have time to do everything today. An independent research firm, although Planned Parenthood paid the organization and disclosed the sum of money for its finding. However, Fusion GPS is a Democrat-leaning political opposition research firm whose founder was once a registered lobbyist for a Middle Eastern sheik known for burning the American flag during a time of war. Now, here's the interesting thing about Mr. Simpson here, Fusion GPS. On these days, they don't realize that one day this may come back in the conversation. Okay, why is this important? because this firm was hired by Planned Parenthood to cast doubt on what you actually saw in these videos on the body parts. See, the new report cast doubt on a series of embarrassing uncovering videos about trafficking human organs. Their job was to create a different perspective for you, okay? Independent research team. Although Planned Parenthood paid the organization and disclosed the sum of money for its finding. However, Fusion GPS is a Democrat-leaning political opposition research firm. See, we knew this back in 2015. Let me tell you who else knows this. Chris Wallace knows this. Okay. George Stephanopoulos knows this, okay? Chuck Todd knows this, okay? Martha Raddatz knows this. Joe Scarborough, Minka, Joe, they know this, okay? Republicans know this. The list of who knows this is huge, all right? So they know this is a setup. That's their job, to set people up. Oh, please forgive that. We got to kill that sound. Okay, so everybody knows this, all right? Democrat-leading political opposition research firm whose founder was once the registered lobbyist for a Middle Eastern sheik. Glen Simpson, that's who we have on the screen, that is going to, will not testify. He's going to plead the fifth. Why won't he testify and what to? Glen Simpson, the chief spokesman, exonerating Planned Parenthood this week. He exonerated Planned Parenthood this week, has led efforts to smear a private businessman who supported traditional marriage, made allegations that led to a multi-year witch hunt. Hell, no, you can't say that. This happened in 2015, and Donald Trump is calling things a witch hunt today, the Russian witch hunt? No, it can't be possible. I could not have stumbled on witch hunt twice, 2017 and 2015. Hell, let's recap that. Glen Simpson, the chief spokesman exonerating Planned Parenthood this week, has led efforts to smear a private businessman. See, when they write this, they don't realize this could come up again. To smear a private businessman who supported traditional marriage, made allegations that led to a multi-year witch hunt against the Christian coalition, and ginned up dubious intelligence as part of a sheik's bloodless coup to weaken the alliance between the U.S. and his brother. Interesting. Glen Simpson, a former reporter from the Wall Street Journal. However, the journal once denounced Fusion GPS as Mr. Simpson's chop shop. If they'd only known in 2015 that a guy like me would stumble on this article, LifeSite. I mean, just Ben Johnson. I mean, Ben, I have to tell you, I never realized that Friday, August 28th, 2015 at 9:30, I would find witch hunt somewhere else with this guy's name. Now, where am I going with that? Let's see where I'm going. Maybe I'm going somewhere. Maybe I'm not. Okay. Put that Fusion up. Put their picture up there. Can I ask a fair? No, forget it. Put that one. It says Fusion. I can't see it, and I probably can't find it. I was going to read that. Hold on, I might find it here. Hang tight. Hang tight. I'm going to lose my place. I want to read what that is on the screen. Now, this is Fusion GPS. You go find them. You can find them. You can look them up. Okay, Fusion GPS. Fusion GPS is based in Washington, D.C. It provides premier research, strategic intelligence, and due diligence service to corporations, law firms, and investors worldwide. We offer a cross-disciplinary approach with expertise in media, politics, regulation, national security, and global markets. Now that is if you look it up. So meet the espionage firm which ordered the Trump dirty dossier. Now the dossier, remember ABC, CBS, let's see, CNN, I forget to put them in there. CNN, even Fox, a couple of the Fox gals and girls over there, a couple boobs over at Fox ran this. The whole list. Remember when that was on the front page of the New York Times, the front page of the Washington Post? Now, did they discredit Mr. Simpson, Glen Simpson, at any time about his past? Did they bring up who he really is when they were running the Amazon Washington Post, when they were running the dossier story, this witch hunt? You know, have they decided that to let you know that this is not? All they're telling you today is he's going to plead the fifth. Meet the espionage firm which ordered Trump's dirty dossier, a secretive D.C. firm which has aided Planned Parenthood and attacked Mitt Romney friends. That's Fusion GPS. I got to go to another one because I'm only going to have so much time today. So let's pull up Christopher Steele. You got his picture there. Thank you, Sam. This is Christopher Steele. Former spy Christopher Steele gave controversial Trump dossier to British security officials. A copy of a highly scrutinized dossier, whatever the hell, that alleges ties between Trump campaign and Russia. These glasses are expensive. I got to get them out of my hands. I could throw them across the room right now. All right. Let me back up because this really ticks me off that my government, your government, these elected officials, Donald Trump's the bad guy for saying, hey, what the hell, guys, you know all this. Why are you doing a little bit to protect me? Come on already. RNC out of the White House. A couple of highly scrutinized dossier that alleges ties between Trump campaign and Russia was handed over to UK intelligence office last year. Christopher Steele, a retired M16 agent who compiled the dossier, gave a hard copy last December to a senior UK government national security office acting in his official capacity, according to a new document filed in British court. Before the filing of the lawsuit against Steele and his company, it isn't known that British officials have seen the 35-page report, according to The Guardian. Now, the dossier was ordered, okay? Who ordered the dossier? The finding alleges Russia has embarrassing information about President Trump's sexual activities in Moscow, blackmailing him into helping the hacking effort. Okay? Let's see, who ordered this? Who ordered this? I know it has to be who ordered this dossier. I'm looking down through here. It was previously reported that McCain then handed off a copy to FBI Director Comey at the end of last year. See, McCain's in on it. This low-life witch hunt, McCain's in on it. Comey's in on it. Several media outlets reported in March that the FBI also considered paying Steele to continue his research. The FBI's in on it. It's a witch hunt. Everybody's in on this. Wow. Let's see. One more time. Several media outlets reported in March that the FBI was also considering paying Steele. Was that one of those sources? McCain was in on it. It was previously reported that they used McCain to hand off a copy to the FBI director and Comey at the end of the folks. Steele was contract Fusion GPS. Let's go back to this Simpson, Glen Simpson. Now, Glen Simpson's attorney, I can't go into it. I'm going to take another brief break. But this guy's attorney, Fusion GPS, I've told you all this. I got all the data. We can put it out. Give me a call, 706. Put my number up there real fast, 706-889-9700. I can give you all the information I have, chief@veterannews.com. Okay, so this guy here, according to his attorney, he's out of the country. He's on holiday. He's on holiday. He will not be available. So if you subpoena him, he can't. So they decided the committee decided, we're going to subpoena this guy. We're bringing him in. This attorney says he's going to plead the fifth. I don't know anything. You see, let me look at this camera and tell you, the other day, I told you, and I'm going to tell you one more time. All right? One more time is all I'm going to tell you. All right? John McCain, the other day I told you, you got the wrong place. The wrong place. If you tuned in to hear me cry over John McCain's ass. All right? I'm sorry. I respect veterans. You have my highest respect. If you're upset, tell me. I'll apologize to you one-on-one. If you're a veteran out there today and you've served this country, thank you. If you gave me the freedom, the opportunity to do what I do this morning because of you, thank you. If you're offended and you're a veteran because I say John McCain and it's not the friendliest thing you ever heard, you got my number. I put it on the screen. Call me. I will personally apologize. I will not cry over McCain. No tears for this guy. Because let me tell you something. McCain the soldier, McCain the senator. I just read an article where it looks like John McCain passed off a copy. And Comey was in on it. McCain was in on it. And this lowlife's going to plead the fifth. Hillary's gang pleaded the fifth. They all plead the fifth. They should all be in prison. Let's take a break.
ACE is your helpful place for...
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. The voice of rural America. The voice, I'm sorry how this may sound. No, I'm not really sorry how it sounds, but how it may come across. But the voice in the morning that actually understands your president. I don't know how that sounded, but I do. I understand. It's been a witch hunt. Now, I want to make two. I had to calm down a minute. I need a little break. I told Sam to push this whole segment together. If you want this segment, you can find all of our segments on our YouTube channel, Fetch Your News, FYN TV. Our YouTube channel, this segment will be up later today. Let me wrap this up. Let's put the lowlife back up. What's his name? Scott Simpson or Simpson? Glen Simpson. Let's put him back up. Okay. His job is to witch hunt and to create a false illusion, which George Soros, I can't go in. I can't get that upset again. So anyhow, co-founder, this is the guy here. I was telling you before we went. Co-founder. This is from the Daily Caller, and this was on Saturday. Co-founder of a firm behind Trump-Russian dossier will plead the fifth. Are you shocked? Glen Simpson, the co-founder of Fusion GPS, just told you about them, the firm that commissioned Trump's dossier, remember Steele, just told you about him, will plead the fifth at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing scheduled for Wednesday, his lawyer said. Simpson, a former Wall Street Journal reporter, was subpoenaed by the committee on Friday after his lawyer said he would be out of the country on vacation. I was worked up earlier, but I read this. I wanted to get some more details for you. On vacation at the time of I'll be on vacation. I'm on vacation. Which will explore shortcomings in the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Now, he did not register as a foreign agent, okay? There is a Foreign Agents Registration Act. I'm telling you now, this alone would be enough to bury Donald Trump and his whole administration and the whole family. They are looking for evidence every single day where Donald Trump's concerned. But people much like this, the evidence is there. On the other side, it's a witch hunt. Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley, the chairman of the committee, has been interested in speaking to Simpson about Fusion GPS's role in two matters: the salacious and uncorroborated Trump dossier and the lobbying campaign carried out last year against the Magnitsky Act. Wait a minute. If he was involved with the Magnitsky Act, if he was lobbying campaign, if Fusion GPS had a lobbying campaign carried out last year against the Magnitsky Act, see, that's what that lady, what was her name, the attorney, Natasha or whatever her name, I don't know what her name was, the Russian, a law that places sanction against Russian human rights abusers. Fusion GPS was hired last June by a supporter of Hillary Clinton to investigate Trump's dealing in Russia. The firm then hired former British spy Christopher Steele to conduct the research. Put Christopher back up. I'll tell you, this story's too deep to let go right now. I've got other stuff to do, but you're not hearing this in the media anywhere, because who is this guy? This guy is, remember, we have heard over and over and over that Donald Trump Jr., right? Donald Trump Jr., Paul Manafort, okay, got a message that they had some stuff about, the Russian attorney had some dirt on Hillary Clinton, and this guy's a real lowlife, and had some stuff on. So they rushed over to this meeting with this Russian attorney, and they said it was about the Magnitsky Act, or whatever the hell it is, a law. So you think maybe this attorney from Russia, Fusion GPS, you think they could have been set up the whole time to go in that room? Is that at all possible? Wonder if it was possible. Wonder if it was a setup. Wonder if that's why he's pleading the fifth right now, because he doesn't want to say whether he knows this Russian attorney. Steele. Let's go back to Simpson. Simpson was initially scheduled to testify Wednesday alongside Donald Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort. Interesting. But the latter two reached a deal with the committee to avoid appearing in public. Instead, they will talk to committees in closed session. Yes, Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort will talk Wednesday with committees in closed session. Trump Jr. and Manafort were invited to the committee in order to discuss the June 9, 2016 meeting at Trump Tower with Russian lawyer named Natalia Veselnitskaya. Whatever. Trump Jr. had been told that Veselnitskaya or whatever would provide derogatory information. Fusion GPS figures into the case because the firm worked alongside. Wait a minute, this couldn't be true, because if this was true, NBC would lead with this breaking news that exonerates the President of the United States. If this was true, CNN, I mean, they have gotten such heat for being fake, phony, no good fraud news that they would say, hey, we want to redeem our character. We want to redeem ourselves to be accurate information. So we're going to lead with this. I know they're all leading. Trump Jr. had been told by Veselnitskaya or whatever would provide derogatory information about the Fusion GPS. This guy here that's pleading the fifth figures into the case because the firm he worked alongside Veselnitskaya on an anti-Magnitsky Act lobbying campaign. Fusion's role was to investigate Bill Broder, a London-based financial manager who is a catalyst behind the... Hell. Now, she was with a firm that he was doing work with. This could have been a setup. I'm for sure the news is running with this. I'm for sure they're not wasting their time with Trump and the word pardon. I'm for sure they're not going after Anthony Scaramucci because a couple years ago, over a year ago in the campaign, Scaramucci said something might sound a little derogatory about Trump. I'm for sure that they're not over there. They're in the middle of this story that exonerates, to me, the President of the United States. I'm going to finish this. I said it Friday. Now, one of my dear friends said, no, you can't do it. You can't do it because, that's what we don't want dictators. Mueller needs to go. Jeff, Attorney General, and the Assistant to the Attorney General, I forget your name, Rosenstein, okay? Sessions, Rosenstein, Republicans, if you know this morning that Mueller needs to go, you know these other people, these people need to go to prison and need to leave the president. You gotta love the guy, the president of the United States. Sam, that's the end of that. Let's what do I have? This right here. I mean, I just talked about this, right? And this is the same segment. Leave this in the segment, and then we're going to go to break. All the media could talk about is the word pardons and Gerald Ford and Nixon-esque and a poll that they have out that more people support impeaching, more people support impeaching Donald Trump than they did Richard Nixon. Let's play Gerald Ford. Let's just go down memory road let's play this next piece.
Finally, I feel that Richard Nixon and his loved ones have suffered enough and will continue to suffer no matter what I do, no matter what we as a great and good nation can do together to make his goal of peace come true. Now therefore, I, Gerald R. Ford, President of the United States, pursuant to the pardon power conferred upon me by Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution, have granted, and by these presents do grant, a full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon for all offenses against the United States which he, Richard Nixon, has committed or may have committed or taken part in during the period from July 20, 1969 through August 9, 1974.
Folks, that's Richard Nixon being pardoned. I mean, that's Gerald Ford, President Gerald Ford pardoning Richard Nixon. 1974, right? Pardoning Richard Nixon. Now, I'm not making a parallel in any way of Donald Trump and Richard Nixon, but remember, did you hear what Ford said? He said Nixon's family had suffered enough. And no matter what he did there that day, he knew the suffering wouldn't end for the Nixon family, okay? Mr. President, I find every reason to stop the witch hunt. I find every reason to dismantle and to fire the special counsel. I find every reason to imprison several people on Capitol Hill today, and I think we should turn the tables, and Jeff Sessions needs to appoint a special prosecutor for Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, and George Soros, and Friends and Family Plan. We need to get them the Friends and Family Plan, because that crook Chelsea helped them in the Clinton Foundation. I got to take a break. It's 9:10. I want to come back. I want to talk about, folks, do you believe the deputies in the state of Georgia should have a minimum wage? See, if you put that question out there, that sheriff deputies in the state of Georgia should have a minimum wage, the answer is usually yes. How do you pay for it? When are we in this country going to discuss how we pay for things? I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break, Sam.
The 17